Hi friends, how are you? Fine. Here, a good Samaritan is meeting a doctor. A long lost memories come back alive and vivid to both of them. But before that, let us go through the difficult words. To get in touch means to contact. I want to get in touch with all my good old friends. Went on means continue. I asked him to stop, but he went on with the work. Continued with the work. Increasing stress means tension. Increasing stress, nervousness. When I saw a devil, I stood there with increasing stress. We don't know now what the devil is going to do. And tensely means with tension, lot of tension. And when I entered the interview room, I entered the interview room tensely. Interview room, I met the interview board tensely, with tension. Veils parted. As we were talking, the veils parted. Veils parted between as he told me about his past life, the veils parted. That is, when he told me about his past life, things became very clear. Spread back, went back with great speed, spread back. So, one of my old friends told me about his life in the school, our younger days. Memories spread back. So he told me about things in the school days. Affairs, the incidents in the school days, then memories spread back. And with the start means sudden surprise, the start. I heard the story of his accident with the start. With the start means great surprise. Soul only, soul. My sole dependence is on God. My only dependence is on God. Foggy. Fog means a smoke-like thing you can see in the morning and so on, foggy. On Christmas night, when you go out, the atmosphere is foggy, isn't it? That is 25th December. When you go out, you will find the atmosphere foggy. And banging. At night, my friend came, I had a banging sound on my door that was made by my friend. Because he was so familiar to me. He can bang, not a gentle knock, but banging sound. Because he was very familiar and he could do such things with me. Mistily outlined, not clearly seen, mistily outlined. When I got up at night, I saw a devil mistily outlined. Devil standing somewhere, mistily outlined, not clear, not clearly. Abruptly means abruptly I shut the door. Means without saying goodbye, I shut the door. Abruptly I shut the door on my friends or on a thief, you can say. Abruptly I shut the door because I saw a thief standing outside. Understand? So the words are very clear to you. No problem with the meanings. Now we will read the simplified part of this text. The doctor did not recognize him. Under increasing stress, he told the doctor that he had a strong desire to meet him. So he said, after saying these things now, the doctor said, no idea. First time I am meeting him. So what will I do? Then what happened is the stress increased in him. Slowly tension began to build up. He thought, why after all this, that particular incident he remembered. So he thought, doctor has no idea about it. What has happened to the doctor? So he has increasing tension. And then he told him, I really wanted to meet him. In Mr. John spoke a few words in his ear. At once the doctor remembered the only time he had met this man. So then he bent forward, then something is said in his ears. See that? It was the veils departed. Exactly at that time the veils departed. Things became very clear. He remembered that night. He says, it's only thing he says, now this he is the doctor. Doctor was a young doctor. At that time he was Dr. A.J. Cronin. He was at that time a young doctor. He had just started practice in a working class district of London. Working class district, that is where working class people live. And most of the people there are working class people. And it was in November, month of November, time towards 1 o'clock. And the night was foggy, a foggy night. He had a loud banging on his door. A policeman was standing with a dripping helmet and cape. Why dripping means water dropping from his helmet. So that is dripping helmet, because outside it was foggy. Dripping helmet and a cape. He requested the doctor to hurry up and go with him to the lodging nearby. It was a case of suicide. Then he remembered. Yes, at that time I was young and I had just started set up practice in a working class district. Night, November, towards 1 o'clock. Night was foggy, it was very cold. Somebody came and banged on my door. Suddenly I opened and then I found a policeman standing there. His helmet, water was dripping, or drops of water falling on the ground from his helmet and also cape. And then the policeman said that, sir, please come with me. Why? He asked, there is a case of suicide at 1 o'clock. And whatever clothes he put on, and then he rushed to the place that is nearby also. So that is the incident. And now they came to know about this. So this man was the we can say the person who attempted to commit suicide. It was this charitable man who is standing in front of me. It was this good Samaritan now that the man who attempted to commit suicide has now become a very charitable person working for young people, young boys and young girls, delinquent people. We take them to his place, give a decent lodging for them, and then and also we train them, guide them, train them in certain skills. They go back and then they live a decent life in the society. So that's what he was doing now. In fact, both husband and wife. Understand that? When the doctor could not recognize him, then he told him this. Do you remember, doctor, that night, that November night? The November night, yes. The November night, then veils parted. Things became clear. And then the textbooks with you, I suppose. I wanted to get in touch with you for many years. He went on, he continued under increasing stress. You still don't recognize me. See, I really wanted to contact you. But at that, while he was saying like this, the tension was increasing in him. He was becoming nervous. But I was never able to bring myself to do so. To bring myself to do so means I failed to contact you. I failed to get in touch with you. I tried, but I failed. I had no idea about I had no idea about your whereabouts. What were you doing and where were you practicing, and so I had no idea. Then he spoke a few words tensely, with tension. Doctor, you remember that night? Something like that. He was shivering. In my ear, and that slowly, then what happened is the veils parted. Veils parted means things became clear. Veil is a cover that separates two people, a curtain like thing, veil. And so he said, The moment he said like this, the veils parted. My thoughts sped back, went back, great speed to a quarter of a century. 25 years ago this happened, quarter of a century. And with a start means a great surprise. And with a start, I remembered the sole occasion, the only occasion when I had seen this man before. The only occasion. When was that? He was dying. He had attempted to commit suicide. So he was dying. It was that time that I met him. I was young, he speaks about himself. I was young. I was a young doctor at the time and had just started a practice, medical practice in a working class district of London. Where working class people live, most of them. On a foggy November night, night where you have got a fog. It's a foggy November night. Towards 1 o'clock, I was awakened. Somebody came and banged on the door. Then I got up. I got up. I was awakened. I got up. I had to get up. I was forced to get up by a loud banging on the door. I was having a good sleep at 1 o'clock. The best time of night is 1 to 3. We get the deepest sleep. So he was enjoying sleep like that, dreaming. Then somebody came and banged on his door and he was forced to get up. Hurriedly, I threw on some clothes and went downstairs. So he was in his, going to bed, he was in his cell, his bedroom dress. He was wearing his bedroom dress, maybe some loose clothes and so on. So as soon as he heard this sound, he got up and put on 1 or 2 other items also on his body. And hurriedly, very quickly, I threw on some clothes, not put on but threw on, maybe a blanket, or 2 or 3 blankets, because it's outside, it's very cold, foggy night, and clothes, and went downstairs. It was a sergeant of police. So the man who made this sound, banging sound, was a policeman. In dripping helmet, drops of water dripping from his helmet, because outside it is very cold and foggy, and came mistily outlines, because the night is foggy, dark and foggy. So I cannot, the figure of the person is not clear. So mistily outlines means I can just see the outline of a person, that's all. Mistily outline, not clearly seen on the doorstep. And the policeman said, a case of suicide. He told me abruptly. Here abruptly, that is without greeting him. Otherwise the policeman would say, hello doctor, how are you, and so on. He did not say, no such thing, nothing, no greeting, nothing, no how are you, no how do you do, nothing of that sort. As soon as the policeman saw me, he said, a case of suicide, he said, in the lodgings around the corner. In the lodging, in the lodging nearby, somebody has attempted to commit suicide. Please come with me. So there is no question of any pleasant exchanges and things like that. Otherwise, when you meet a person, especially a stranger, you say, first you will greet him, and then you will say, how are you? And things like that, you will say, how do you do? What is life? How is life? And so on, you will say, how about your practice? And so on, you can ask like that. But in this case, it is abrupt. But the most important, like sending a telegram, just like sending a telegram. So he said, abruptly he said, the lodgings are on the corner. I had better come at once. So the policeman said, there is a case of suicide that lodges in that corner, and so please come with me. Come at once, he said. He had put on some clothes, and with that he ran. A doctor, the main duty of the doctor is to save lives. Saving a life. That is the chief duty of a doctor. isn't it? Saving a life. So when the doctor came down, somebody has attempted suicide, he is dying. The doctor could not stop there. At once, he also ran with the sergeant of police. Understand? So here in this section of the text, what do you find? First of all, you have got some very good expressions and words here. And secondly, you find that the man is tensed, the man is nervous, he is suffering from, he was under increasing stress. Why? Why was he under increasing stress? Because even after saying all these things, the doctor could not recognize him. The doctor did not recognize him. So he was he was stressed, and he was also, in a stress or nervousness was building. Understand? And then what did he say? What was his desire, great desire? His great desire was to meet the doctor. Did he succeed in meeting? No, he did not succeed in meeting. Why? Because he had no idea about the whereabouts of the doctor. And when he said these words in a low voice in his ear, what happened to the doctor? The doctor says slowly, the veils parted. Veils parted means memories became very clear to me. I remembered that day and that incident, veils parted. And that incident, he says, how does he describe that incident? The doctor, what was he doing at that time? At that time, the doctor was very young, and he had just set up practice in a working class district of London. In which month was this? In which month was this? It was in the month of November. What's so peculiar about this month that the doctor describes? He says it was a foggy night. It's very cold, and I was sleeping in my bed. At that time, what happened? At that time, he had a loud banging on his door. And how did the doctor respond? Answer. He got up immediately and put on whatever clothes he had and rushed downstairs. What did he see there? He saw the outline of not a clear outline, but very, you can say, an outline of a person standing there. Did he recognize him? He recognized him. He saw that it was a policeman, a sergeant of police. And what did the policeman say? The policeman said that, hurry up doctor, please hurry up. There is a case of suicide. We are in that corner. In that lodging, there is somebody has attempted suicide. So you have to come immediately and save his life. And how did the doctor react to that? He rushed with whatever clothes and equipments he had with him. He ran. Understand? Ran to that place. That's what happened. So this is an incident in his life. The doctor had forgotten this. But the person who actually, the actor in this, the person who committed this suicide, attempted to commit suicide, he remembered everything. And when he told this matter to the doctor, he also remembered. So the veils parted slowly when the man spoke a few words in the doctor's ear in a very low voice. Understand? So that other people may not hear it. So here begins the story of this charitable man. So far it was all introduction. Send that journey, and they are trying to meet his diffidence. The doctor thought that he was importunate, but not so. And he told the work that he was doing, he told that in a very sincere manner. So the doctor was impressed. His sincerity disarmed the doctor, and the doctor wanted to hear more about the work that was done by these people, husband and wife. And the doctor asked him, what made you to start such the work of a good Samaritan. Then he thought that the doctor recognized him, but the doctor did not. So he was surprised. Finally, he told the doctor about, or he reminded the doctor about that incident in that November night, 25 years ago, quarter of a century ago. Understand that? So that here begins the story of the man, now a charitable person, but who once attempted to commit suicide. Okay, so we will continue with this in the next class. Till then.